Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I have all of these guides on both my YouTube channel and on my blog on how to build a lasting wardrobe, but I've never really made a complete guide where I sort of gather all of these small guides and different steps together in one, so that if you're starting completely from scratch, you'll know exactly where to start and where you'll end, so that you can really nail that dream wardrobe once and for all. The outcome will be amazing, I promise you that. You'll have to do all of the hard work yourself though, but hopefully this guide will provide you with lots of inspiration and really get things going for you. So have a notebook ready, because you definitely want to take notes in this whole process. And yeah, let's just get started. So the first step is to look at the current situation. So what is your goals? Why do you even want to do this? And what does your life look like? What is your lifestyle? What kind of work do you have? What do you like to do in your spare time? What kind of hobbies do you have? Do you do any sports? So the reason why it's so important to look at all of these elements is because obviously they will have an impact on your style, and they will kind of decide for you what kind of items you have in your wardrobe. So it's really important that you're staying honest to yourself all the way through all of these steps, but especially in this one, because you want clothes in your wardrobe that you actually use. The second step is to describe the style you already have, or if you want to change things, then try to describe the style that you're aiming for. So there are different questions you can ask yourself in this area and kind of have a look at. So for example, ask yourself what your style uniform is. So a style uniform is sort of your go-to outfit, something that never lets you down. For me, my style uniform is definitely a pair of jeans or pants, some sort of top like a t-shirt, and then a blazer or any kind of jacket similar to a blazer. That is just one of my absolute favorite looks, both for when I go out, but also just on a daily basis, during weekends, when I'm at the office, basically everywhere. So figure out what your style uniform is, and it could be different from mine. Maybe you're more a dress kind of girl and you may even have several different style uniforms. That's fine. Also have a look at what you like to wear during weekends. What do you like to wear at special occasions? If you're completely lost about what your style preference is, then I do have a guide, a very thorough guide on how to define your style, and I will link that in the description box down below, along with all of the other guides that I mentioned throughout these steps. People will always have some sort of preference and a place to start, so it's very rare that people are like, I don't know a single thing about my own style. You'll always have some preferences that you can sort of work your way around. Gathering up lots of visual inspiration in this area is definitely key, and Pinterest is a great tool for that. You guys probably already know that if you've been following me for a while. So figure out some keywords that describe your style or the style that you're aiming for, and then just start pinning and saving all of the images that inspire you. Step number 3 is to empty your entire closet, and I would take every single little thing out of my wardrobe. That kind of allows you to take advantage of the situation and give your closet space a thorough cleaning as well, because a fresh and clean wardrobe is really inspiring as well. So I would clean the shelves, the mirrors, drawers, boxes. I would also clean dirty shoes, and if I stumble upon clothing that's dirty, I would wash that as well. I do have a guide on how to give your wardrobe a thorough deep cleanse. So you can do this at the end of a season, or maybe just a couple of times throughout the year. Anyhow, a fresh and clean wardrobe will not only inspire you, it will also last longer. The fourth step is to divide your clothes into piles. So now you've taken everything out of your wardrobe, and now it's time to divide it. So just divide it into piles that make sense to you and to your lifestyle, but I do have a couple of examples here if you're completely lost. So I would make a pile for all of the items that I absolutely love without a doubt. I would make a pile for maybe clothing or items that I'm kind of in doubt whether I want to keep or not. Then I would make a pile for everything that's just no, I am over it, I need to sell that or donate it. Then I'd also make a pile for more trendy items that I might fall back in love with some other time, but I'm just done with it right now. And then lastly, I would gather up all of the items that kind of need some extra love in and to be repaired before I can put it back into use. And it's really important to be honest with yourself here. Will you ever really repair it? Or is it time to just part with it? Then obviously you could also make a pile for sentimental items that you just want to pack away, occasion wear, accessories, sportswear. So kind of try to make different categories or little capsules, if that makes sense to you. The fifth step is to store away items that you don't need right now. There's no need for me anyway to have all of my heavy knitwear hanging or laying, not hanging, laying in my closet if it's summertime and I won't be using those knits. I want items that I actually use and that will inspire me on a daily basis in my wardrobe, and everything else is just stored away. And then at the end of each season, I will go through all of my storage and have a look if there's something that I want to bring back into my wardrobe, and if there's something in my current wardrobe I want to store away. So that is the essence of a capsule wardrobe. So once I am satisfied, once I've decided what kind of items I want to keep, I want to hang them back into my wardrobe, what items I have decided to part with, and what items I want to store away for a while, I would sort of try some things on and see if I have everything I need. And if I feel like there's something I'm missing, I will put that into a notebook. So approaching step number 6, which is the wardrobe weed out. It is definitely not something that is clear to everyone, I think, when you decide what to part with. So I do have a couple of examples here, some things that go through my mind whenever I have to part with something. So it could be something that is just not my style anymore. Maybe it never really was. Then it could be something in a bad quality or something in a quality I don't really want anymore, something that I'm not really fond of. Then I would definitely part with something that I have too many of. And it's not that backups are not great, because backups are great. But if you have many variations of the same item and you end up reaching for only 1 or 2 in that whole range anyway, then part with the other ones and stick to the items that you actually love and use. And then obviously, if there's something that is not flattering on my body or something that is just not comfortable, I would also part with things like that. And then obviously, if there's something I feel like I can alter, maybe it's a pair of pants that's just too long, then I will deal with that. So it's kind of a balance. Don't just throw everything out. If there's something you can fix, try and see if you can fix it or get some help fixing it. And then if there are items that you're still kind of doubting, you can always store them away and then deal with it some other time, and then go through the whole decision process again once the seasons change. So now we've come to step number 7, which is organizing your wardrobe. And you definitely want to make it as easy on yourself as possible. So you want a wardrobe that allows you to get dressed easy and without any stress, but still feels fun and creative some way, and that inspires you. If your closet allows it, I will definitely recommend you to part everything into different categories, or what I like to call capsules. And I do have a video where I kind of give you guys a tour inside my wardrobe. So if you want some inspiration on how I make my little capsules within my closet, definitely check out that video. I will link it down below. But basically, I have all of my basics hanging together. I have all of my seasonals, and I have all of my knitwear. I have my occasional wear. So I kind of try to make small sections within my closet so that I know exactly where all my things are, and just to make it easier for myself to get dressed every day. But again, it depends on what kind of closet you have, and it definitely just needs to make sense to you and the lifestyle that you have. So step number 8 is the shopping list. Building your dream wardrobe is a perfect time to reevaluate your existing shopping habits. So for me, I've been going more and more for the ethical brands, and I have sort of developed this quality over quantity way of thinking throughout the years. And then I've kind of taught myself to only go for the things that I love 100%. A good ground rule in the whole shopping area is the 30 wear rule. And that basically means that whenever you are considering buying something, before you do, ask yourself, would I actually wear this 30 times? It is a bit extreme and I don't follow it 100% myself. When it comes to my basic wardrobe, I definitely do. But when it comes to more season-based items, something that I might have purchased a bit more for fun, maybe something that I found in a local secondhand shop, so it's still a sustainable item. I don't necessarily picture myself wearing that specific item 30 times, but it definitely is a good learning experience, and it's something that we could all learn a lot from, and a way of consuming we could all learn a lot from, and that's not only in the fashion area, that could basically be anything. So the 30 wear rule kind of just supports that less but better way of thinking. So I do have a guide on both how to make sure you only buy the right things, the things that you actually want, and then also a guide on how to make a proper shopping list that you can stick to. And I will link both of them down below, along with another guide on how to really nail secondhand shopping. Buying secondhand has become more the rule than the exception for me, and it's sort of always where I start if I want to add something to my wardrobe. It's not only good for my wallet, but it's also good for the environment, so it's kind of a win-win situation. I've purchased a lot of things secondhand over the years, personally, everything from my Acne Studios boots to vintage silk shirts and things like that. So there are really many things to explore in this whole area. Step number 9 is to handle your wardrobe with care. A lasting wardrobe is one that is being taken good care of. So that could be things like always checking the care label so that you make sure you wash it properly. It could also be learning basic repair skills. So if you have something that needs to be repaired, you can just do it yourself, and then you'll have lots of wear in that item still. It's also about how you store everything within your wardrobe, and it's about good hygiene, all sorts of things. And you probably guessed it, but I do have a guide on how to take care of your wardrobe in 10 steps. So do make sure you check out both that blog post and the video after watching this video. So the 10th and final step is simply to enjoy your new wardrobe. So try to avoid any situation, I know this is definitely easier said than done, but try to avoid any situation that can kind of tempt you to fall back into old/bad habits. So instead of spending time browsing through different web shops for new things that you don't actually need, why not spend that time working with what you already have instead? So that could be, searching for new inspiration on Instagram or Pinterest, or just playing around with the things that you already have, because there are other ways to be creative with fashion and style than constantly buying new things. I personally have a couple of different ways I like to reinvent my existing wardrobe. The ones of you who've been following me for a while probably already know some of these videos and series, but I do have for example, my Steal Her Style series here on my channel, which is something I do on my channel, but it's something that I actually also do in real life. So I have a look at all of my favorite style icons, and then I try to kind of recreate new looks and new style combinations with things that I already have in my wardrobe. So it kind of forces me to make new outfits that I wouldn't have come up with otherwise. You can also learn how to accessorize your looks, which is key if you have a very simple style, and also how to add maybe pops of color or just in general more color to a wardrobe. All of these are different guides and videos I've made over the years, so I will make sure to link everything, as I've said, down below. So there's plenty of inspiration for you on how to reinvent your wardrobe without spending $1. So that was all of the steps, guys. I have been doing capsule wardrobes for years and I absolutely still love it. Remember that we might have different outcomes, so you can follow my steps, but you might have other style preferences than I do. And also make sure that you alter things so that it fits your life and in general your preferences. So you might start out with one thing, but you can alter it along the way like I have. Here is what we all should end up with regardless though, and that is a wardrobe that makes us happy, that makes us feel good. A wardrobe that is free from stress and clutter, and that in the end will be much more sustainable, not only to you, but also to the environment. So that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any more tips you'd like to share with me and all of my followers, do make sure to write them in the comments down below. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel before you leave and follow me over on my Instagram, useless_dk, for daily outfit updates. And then hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.
Are we lost? Are we not?